Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Still on the Air. You found us once again. My name is David Pierce Anderson, alongside the one, the only, Jackson Touchberry. You think it's fair to say you're the only Jackson Touchberry?
I might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Touchberry isn't a common last name.
No, and if they have it, we're related.
So tell me more about that. Before we even get into any of the show, I want to hear about, there's some cool history behind the Touchberry name.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was the last name. And then some people came over to America with it, and then they reproduced, and everyone that has the last name Touchberry, I'm related to somehow.
A very, very cool story about the last name.
Hey, you asked, man.
You had a Touchberry in the first American census.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
That's the cool one I was talking about. Anywho, we're going to get right into our non-sponsor. Today's non-sponsor is Toy Story 4. Now, with everyone's favorite child's relatable toy, ventriloquist dummies.
I don't consider them toys, man. I don't like those.
They're a way of life.
Yeah, they're a hobby.
I had a ventriloquist dummy.
I believe that.
I got it for like my 4th birthday.
Your parents didn't like you?
No, they didn't. Earlier today, a cow held up traffic on Major Deegan Expressway in New York, and you thought subway rats were bad. Traffic was closed in both directions. Fortunately, there were no T-bone accidents.
Well, that's too bad, actually.
Why do you say that?
You get some T-bone.
Yeah, I guess, that's the easiest way, but not on your commute.
No, that's good.
Fast food, maybe.
Yeah, you can't eat that in the car.
Armando the Pigeon recently sold on an online auction for $1.4 million, making him the most valuable pigeon by $1.4 million. J.K. Rowling announced on Twitter that Albus Dumbledore and Gellert Grindelwald had an intense, passionate love relationship. In other words, Dumbledore and Grindelwald did it.
Yeah.
And they did it hard.
Wow.
Rowling has announced she will be re-releasing the Harry Potter books to explore some of the characters' sexuality and has announced the names of those new books. And we have a graphic that we're going to pull up right now, starting with the first one, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Bone.
Yeah.
Followed by the second one, Harry Potter and the Chamber of BDSM.
Woo!
Harry Potter and the Whiz in her ass slapping.
Oh my God.
Harry Potter and the crotch that's on fire.
Oh, that's not a good sequel.
Harry Potter and the camcorder of the penis.
Ugh.
Harry Potter and the half-chode prince. And finally, Harry Potter and the hefty swallows.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I am very ashamed of myself.
I was just going to say I'm waiting for the late night tweet that whether or not they use protection, but I'll take those as well.
They have magic on their side.
Okay, we'll get into that later.
Sterling Heights, Michigan, has a new landmark, the Golden Ring. All right? And the Sterling Heights is also asking for name suggestions from Michigan residents to come up with a name for this Golden Ring. This prompted countless of suggestions around the idea of a golden butthole.
Oh, yeah. All
right, obviously, because that's Sterling Heights. They have since requested that all submissions from now on must be clean. But I mean, if we're being honest, if it's a golden butthole, it's got to be clean.
I hope so. I don't know what Sterling Heights looked like, but that basically solidified what I thought it was. There's like an art van in the back.
There is an art van in the background. They have a golden ring in front of an art van. Yeah.
Hey.
I drove by it. I was like,
hey, go for the art van, stay for the golden ring.
That's right. That's right. Moving on to our next story. Boston police handed out 128 citations for public drinking at St. Patrick's Day parade. Boston law enforcement referred to it as a day off. Light work. 17-year-old Will Connolly cracked an egg on Australian Senator Fraser Anning's head after Anning blamed the New Zealand shootings on Muslim immigration. The beauty of Connolly's actions are that the egg is still more intact than Senator Anning's morals.
Yeah.
Google employee Emma Haruka Iwao calculated pi to 3.14 trillion digits, edging past the previous record by just 9 trillion. While people are finding out how many digits are in pi, I'm still trying to figure out how many monkeys it takes to fix a light bulb.
How many do you think?
Well, 6 is not the answer. I've tried.
Yeah.
I've been in the
More?
dark for months.
More or less?
What do you think? We talked a lot about animals in this episode. Do you think?
Did we?
Pigeons, cows,
Okay, fair.
monkeys?
Now,
Yeah.
I think at least 12.
At least 12 monkeys. And how many monkeys can fit in a barrel?
Well, how big is the barrel?
How big are the monkeys? There's a lot of different kinds of monkeys.
Yeah, a lot of variables at play.
Yes. But I'm glad we're asking the important questions, and I'm glad we figured out the pie answer.
Just went right past it. Yeah,
Right. 3.314 trillion.
which is a lot.
Right. They figured it out on March 14th,
I have. Ooh,
which is
on Pi Day.
314 trillion,
Yeah.
314 and then
Yeah.
314 the first. Yeah.
My question is, why?
I don't know why we're still worrying about this one. I think it's a standard that this thing's never going to end.
I thought that was the whole point.
Right. I don't
know. I think it's a competition, but that's fun.
Yeah. Well, I guess whoever can go farthest. Lame. We haven't talked about Lame in a while.
Laugh a Minute Enterprises.
Yeah. Do you want to take it away? I
Sure.
talk for so much.
Sure, we
Talk
have
about
we
Lame
have a
for-
show coming up
Yeah.
on Thursday.
We have a show coming
Yeah.
up. Anything else? Campus Life is hosting.
Campus Life is hosting it. It's going to be in room 300, the L room, at 9
o'clock.
9 p.m. We're going to have some stand-up. We're going to have sketch. We're going to have Dave, myself, some other people there.
I'm trying to sell this show, Jackson.
Oh, sorry. Dave may or may not be there.
I will be there. Actually, fun story. I bought a Jukebox the Ghost ticket for this Thursday.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't know we had a show on that day. I've been dying to see them, and I'm trying to sell the ticket.
I'm sorry, man. Them's the breaks.
Yeah. So there is actually a reason for me to miss if I were to.
Would you?
I considered it, but
Second to last.
worst case scenario is I'm going to find Jukebox in Chicago.
They come to Michigan a lot.
Yeah, so, but you saw them.
Yeah.
You are a big Jukebox fan.
I've seen them twice, actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it Blind Pig or
Blind
Big?
Pig, and then I forgot the venue in Detroit. Magic Stick, I
Magic
think.
Stick, that's I think Magic Bag. No,
No. It's Majestic, and then I think Magic Stick's above it. But yeah.
I'm talking about Magic Sticks a lot in this show. They do a fun thing at their concerts, right? They have a wheel.
Yeah. For the encore, they play popular requested songs, and they have them on a wheel, and it's fun.
I think that is it's a random
Yep.
thing. So they might play their hits every show, but you might get Mr. Blue Sky or Bohemian Rhapsody.
They always come prepared with a good cover.
That's great. That's really cool. I love bands that change it up show by show. Ween, I saw Ween later last year, and they do a different show every night. Completely different stuff.
Completely, and they have a pretty big discography, right?
Yeah, they were early 90s
Yeah.
up until, I think, stopped making music about 10 years ago or so.
Didn't stop playing it.
That's right. So we're going to, we want to plug that Lame show. So please stop on by the Student Center room 300. And you get there early, get there often.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good show. And Jackson and I are finishing up the road trip on that. We're driving into our destination, see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
After that, we got March 30th. That's going to be our last Lame showcase.
And Stark. I guess also check out Jukebox the Ghost.
Yeah, check out
and Ween.
Yeah, and Ween. And while we're plugging things that we have so much say in, see Jordan Peele's Us
Yeah.
in theaters this Friday morning, I think, midnight.
Thursday midnight.
Thursday at midnight, but then it would be Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
at 12
Friday
a.m.
morning, sure, if you want.
Heather Moody will be on the show, still on the air when we come back. We'll see you in a second.
We are true EMU!
Let me show you love. Love is what I know. Join me in this life, you're beautiful soul. Everything you need, everything you want, you have it right here, my beautiful soul.
We are true EMU!
I am true EMU.
We are true EMU!
I'll be right back. I told myself I'm just going to grab a quick drink.
2 minutes later, and everything was gone. My backpack, my laptop, my cell phone, my iPod. 2 minutes was all it took. I was lucky. The thief was eventually caught and I got it all back. But now that I had that happen to me, I realized that anything valuable has to be treated like cash. I'll never leave it out of my sight again. My name is Heather, and I'm trying to be safe.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Still on the Air with the wonderful Heather Moody, friend of ours, friends of ETV. I've been meaning to have you on the show since we really started.
Yeah, it's taken a while. My schedule's very busy though, so it doesn't.
Well, we're
not
happy to
easy.
have you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, you're sporting the EFA shirt.
I am.
So we're just going to get right into it. EFA, Eagle Filmmakers Association. We've talked about them before, but you are the crown jewel of that organization
Thank
of
you.
all time.
Thank you.
So I want to talk about what you do with EFA real briefly.
Okay, well, we've been really focusing on production lately. Just in the past, I feel like we haven't been able to do as many consecutive projects as we should, and so I'm glad that, especially last semester, we did like 4 or 5 whole productions, like short films. So I'm really happy with like just being able to give opportunities to.
What I like
members.
most about it is that they're bigger scale.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in EFA, in my later days of being in the group, we would do like, I don't know what we call them, film
There's
sprints?
film sprints, and then there's those film fights.
Which wasn't much. I mean, for the film
No.
sprints, we would take like an adjective and a noun and base them short off of that, shoot it that night. And
Well, we still kind of do that, but I think we were doing it like I gave out those pieces of paper, but then instead of just doing it that day, we would write a script and then do it like the next week.
And so that's been my biggest, from an outsider's perspective now, and enjoying and just being excited for EFA because you guys are putting on much bigger scale productions,
Yeah.
and there is a difference in the way they look.
Yeah.
Talk about, I mean, we saw a couple last night at the Campus Life Film Festival, which we can talk about, but The Kringle and Run for Your Life, some of the most recent productions. Talk
Yeah,
about this.
the Kringle. So that was our winter project. It's about this Santa dude.
It seemed like every possible Christmas movie.
Yes,
jammed
it
into
was like a
4.5
mobster
minutes.
Christmas, everything. It was silly. I liked it. So the way that we actually brought that about was we had a meeting in the library, and all of our members were just crammed in, and I was like, guys, we've got a whiteboard today. Let's just hash out a bunch of ideas, and we'll throw it on the whiteboard and see what sticks. And that's what the majority wanted out of it. I was personally like, all right, let's see how this goes. But, you know, it made the members happy, and I think that in the end, the product was pretty good, so.
It was the angriest Santa I've ever heard. But I recommend everybody go watch it. It's a fun watch. Run for Your Life was part of the Detroit 48 Hour. Talk about that one, because that was just, considering it was done in 48 hours, makes it so much better.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Just the 48s are so fun. They're my favorite projects.
Was
Run
this
for Your
EFA's
Life.
first 48?
It was the first, yes. EFA's first 48. I am so happy that like we've been sticking with it. We did one last year as well. And I just hope that they continue it. Run for Your Life was really fun because I directed it, which I hadn't done before really. And there was just some cool, like we played with time and everything, and the story itself like ran together pretty well, and it was a pretty easy shoot as well. It wasn't a terrible 48 to like, it wasn't too stressful.
Right.
It was a good amount of stress, but
Good initiation process.
yeah.
Well, it
was
looks great.
Considering.
That's another one. Check it out.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between the Eagles and the Eagle Filmmakers Association?
Not really. The Eagles is just the name that we came up with
'Cause that was
for the 48.
okay.
Yeah, it's just for it. And I mean, if anything, I would consider our alumni as more part of the Eagles as well, because we bring them in for the 48. so-
Cameron Combs and Dred
Dred,
Geib.
yes.
Yeah, we had Cameron on a while ago, but you're doing great stuff with the FA.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to see productions are finally happening, bigger scale productions, which is going to lead us into what's going on this weekend.
Yes.
A little bit of Why Not collaboration, too.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You guys wrote a really great script. It's a Bandersnatch parody. So if anybody's seen that on Netflix, that's a good watch.
I haven't, but I will.
You should. You need to. It's research.
Yeah, I was not the leading writer on this one, we'll put it that way. But yeah, so Bandersnatch is what it's called. And pretty, is it a different shoot for you guys? Kind of, what's a different experience? Talk about what's going on with this.
I think the difference will be that, like, what we shoot, luckily we're able to shoot the film and the watch party separately. It's like 2 separate processes. And the fact that the timing in which we shoot, like the film, we want to put that into the watch party. So it's going to be a quick turnaround for at least the first part.
Basically, there's 2 different movies going
Yes.
on in this one movie.
Yes.
And so, is the plan to finish one?
Not finish it, no. It's more like we just need the footage, and we'll probably mess around. I'll probably mess around with it a little bit just to have it ready for whatever, but it's more like screenshots for the watch party. But
Bit of a reference for the watch party. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to work on that one too. It's, I think, a different one for Jackson and I, something we haven't really delved into. Different kind of storyline, maybe.
Yeah, I like how meta it is.
It is meta.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite process? Part of the writing process, I guess.
I think coming up with just the absurdity that is Bandersnatch.
Right. I mean, the name in itself, I think,
Yeah.
is something to be happy about.
Bandersnatch on Netflix.
Netflix. I'm excited about it. I
Yes.
think we got a lot of good heads working together on this
yes,
one.
I'm so excited. And I like that I'm just producing, so anything and everything I'm ahead of, but it's the members that are really running it, and I'm really excited to see what they put out.
I'm excited to work on it also. EFA, you're still going to be president next year, is that correct?
Unless something goes wrong.
But the plan is to
Yes,
continue
that's the
on
plan.
with it.
I would hope so, yes.
Where do you want to see it? I mean, because Jackson and I are looking at moving on, you know, so we want to try to keep it going. How do you fit into keeping EFA going?
You know, I think that there's already some great groundwork for leadership in my board. Already, I see great leaders in there, and they know what they're doing, and there's great potential already. Over time, I hope that they continue the 48s. I hope that we continue putting out a good amount of short films within the year. I'm focused more on opportunities than teaching. So I think that helps.
And about how many people in the group now? Because retention was always our toughest part.
Well,
thankfully.
our first semester we had 30, and consistently showing up was about 20 to 25, which was crazy.
That's right. So you have a
this
good
semester.
core.
Yeah, the core is strong. It fluctuates, but you know what? That's just how we are as students. So all I care about is, hey, are we doing a shoot? All right, you show up for the shoot. I'm chill.
That's
I'm
all
good.
you can ask for.
Yeah.
Keep up with the great work. EFA, keep an eye on them. They're doing great things. We'll be back, play a little game after the break. Still on the air. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Still on the Air. I'm David Pierce Anderson, joined with Jackson Touchberry all the way on the end over there. Heather Moody right over here with EFA. We're going to have a little game that we haven't played in a while, but we have played in the past. We played this one with Justin Stovall back in the day. It's a little interrogation, truth and a lie game,
Yeah.
which is fun because we know each other well enough, but we don't know everything. Ooh, hey now. That's sharp. So what we're going to do right now, we have two phrases, statements written on these sheets of paper, and one is true, one is a lie. We will pick one or two of them, either number one or number two,
Yeah.
and then just kind of interrogate, go for
Yeah.
about a minute long, and whoever gets it right, I guess, I don't know, there's no real stakes at this, but Jackson, we're going to pick yours first.
Yeah.
Heather, I'll let you do the honors. I'm going to pull up my timer real quick, so,
Okay.
yeah. So,
Just turn here.
it's okay, pick a number
I am gonna say.
between 1 and 2.
That's hard. 2.
I once swallowed a bee.
Jackson once swallowed a bee. How old were you when you swallowed this bee, Jackson?
Must have been 9?
What were you doing?
I was playing on the playground. So yeah, it was during school.
Okay.
What happens after you swallow a bee? I mean, does it sting you?
Oh, it didn't sting me, thankfully.
Do you
but
spit it out? Do you swallow? What happens?
Oh, I swallowed it. I
now.
swallowed it whole, and thankfully wasn't too mad about it.
How does it taste?
Like buzz.
Like,
No, it didn't. It didn't have like a taste. It just had like the feeling.
So you swallowed it. Did it come back up?
No, I swallowed that sucker. Yeah.
how did you feel after you swallowed it? Were you panicked?
Yeah, I was panicked.
Does this get you upset? Does this worry you?
No,
Okay.
I'm over it now. But
You're
at
over
the time, I was like, oh, it's gonna sting me in my tum tum.
5 seconds.
What did your teacher have to say?
Don't do it again. Not much.
All right.
Not much.
I was fine.
I mean, I guess, yeah, if you don't do it again.
I don't.
I
I feel like I would freak out.
I mean, I was.
I think it's true. That's my guess.
I feel like it's too. Yeah, I feel like it's too true to.
Too true. Okay.
I don't know.
What is the answer? Is it true or are you lying to
I
us,
thought you had to
Jackson?
ask about the other one.
No, we're just.
No. Oh, that's not true.
It's not true?
Not true at all.
You didn't swallow a bee?
I never swallowed a bee.
Well, you were a good liar.
That's
Thank you.
Yeah, that was convincing.
Really
Thank
well
you.
done. So Jackson, we'll give you 1 point for that one.
I didn't have any backstory or anything beforehand.
Nice, yeah, nicely done. Off the cuff. Heather,
All right.
Okay, you have to pick my number.
I'm gonna pick number 2 also.
Okay. A few summers ago, I was in Ireland, and my parents and I were walking on some cliffs. I noticed my mom lost her footing, and I, destroyed myself in a thorn bush.
What does destroyed myself in a thorn bush
I had like these. It was like these little prickly things in
Thorns?
my hands. Yeah, but they were like those circle thorns. I don't even know. They were all up in my hands and my arm, and I think I had some like on my body.
What was the reason you guys were going to Ireland?
Just family trip. My mom wanted to go, and I don't know. We travel.
Whereabouts were you?
We did Dublin. We went and saw Stonehenge, and then I think that the cliffs were like called the White Cliffs or something. I'm not sure.
Dover?
Yeah.
I don't think you were in Ireland then.
I don't know. If anything, I'm not good at geography.
But your mom was okay.
Yes.
Why did
yeah,
you
she
fall in
was
a
okay.
thorn bush? 10 seconds.
I was running up, and I tripped, trying to get to her.
How does your mom react to slipping and you falling?
She I don't know. She was like, nah.
Time. Okay. Where you at, Jackson?
I think it's true. It's believable.
Yeah. Huh. I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna say it's not true, but I do think it is true. But I'm saying it's not.
Oh, hard pressed. Jackson is completely right, and you were half right. Saying,
Okay.
you think it's true, but it's not.
Sure. Wow. So, did it hurt? I mean, was it painful?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like the rest of the day, I I was like, wow, I'm in pain. We had to like take him out with little, I don't know, tweezers, yeah.
So your mom almost fell off the cliffs of Dover.
Okay, so we were on like this big slope. It wasn't like cliff and then there. But I freaked out because that's my mom.
Of course,
so
sure.
I wanted to help. But she was like feet away, and my dad was right there too, like helping her, so I don't know why I...
Well, luck of the Irish, I guess, right? My turn, Jackson. Pick a number between 1 and 2.
1.
Okay. I defeated a pro basketball player in a game of horse.
How old were you?
I was a junior, going into my senior year of high school.
Who was the basketball player?
I think his name is Ben. He is overseas professional and does not play anymore.
Where did you go overseas?
Spain.
I feel like you would know who
Well, I
it
mean,
is.
he's an international professional.
Do you think he let you win on purpose?
I do not. No, there were some tough shots. I did some good stuff in that game.
Where did you play
At a church.
at church?
What church?
I don't remember the name of the church. It was a pickup game. Like we went in after hours.
Why was he there?
Yeah.
Because he's a friend of my friend.
Who's your friend?
McLean.
He's a friend of McLean's.
Yeah. And I'd consider him a friend of mine.
Jackson's so
10
much better at
seconds.
interrogating than I am.
Well, how old is a basketball player when you?
Oh, he was probably 28, 29. Yeah.
A bit
Maybe
older.
that's what how old he is now.
A bit older.
A bit older. Yeah. He's a professional.
Was he a professional then?
Last question. He was no longer a professional. I think
No
he was
longer.
He'd retired.
Yeah, he was given a contract and that was about it.
Oh.
At most, like, yeah.
Spain didn't want him back.
Yeah, he didn't want to play.
Oh.
Anyway, you're out of time. Is that true or false?
Yeah, it's true.
False.
Why do you think it's true, Jackson?
The places that you are not specific were reasons that you would just forget from memory.
It is true. I did defeat a professional in a game of horse.
I also know that you'd want to talk about that on camera.
Of course, who wouldn't want to talk about that on camera?
Oh my God.
First time I ever, the quick story on that, I've been playing basketball whole life, tried to do the between the legs layup. Could never do it, couldn't jump high enough. First time I ever made it was after he made it, and I went off the backboard, so he's like, all right, no backboard this time. Second time, I go, no backboard, I made it. So then after that, it was like, okay, this is a real deal.
Wow.
Hit a shot from the bleachers to beat him.
Wow.
Wow, what?
So Jackson, you swept it. You won 3-0.
Sweet.
Nicely done.
I like to win. So cool.
Well, I'll call up Ben and I'll see if you can play him in a game of horse and
Well, he would beat me then.
see how you fare. Well, I thought it was a fun time.
Yeah.
Heather, did you enjoy yourself coming on the show?
Oh yeah, I did.
Put her on
Thank
the
you for
spot, why
having
don't
me.
you?
I'm glad that you were finally able to come up. Check out EFA, everything they're doing, some awesome stuff. Heather Moody's doing some great stuff. And this has been ETV, still on the air, the show on ETV. If you want to check us out, go to ETV at EMU on YouTube, on Facebook. You can look at some pictures on Instagram. We don't have many, but we do have an Instagram. And check us out. Campus Cable Channel 18, we're always there. It's been a fun time. We'll see you next week. We've got a couple more, 4 more episodes in this school year. We'll see you next time. Jackson Touchberry, Heather Moody, I'm David Pierce Anderson. As always, it's been a pleasure.
I think I'm good at lying. I think I'm good at
Yeah, no, of course.